All right, everyone, how are we doing? Okay, here we go. Beautiful. Okay, we are so excited to have everyone here. Lovely. So, looks like we are having a little trouble on this end. So, we're going to go ahead and start it. Okay, how are we doing? Beautiful. Hi, guys. Welcome. How are we all doing on this lovely morning? So excited to see everyone here. Okay, so we got a few people here. So real quickly before we get started, I am going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you all of the features that are available right here inside this chat room, okay? So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my screen share on right here, my entire screen. Yes, so we're going to share that. So if you guys, screen sharing is somehow not working on this end, but essentially, if you can see this outside thing right here, so you've got the chat window, so you can go ahead and say hello to everyone. And go ahead and leave me a comment. Where are you joining us from? I know there's a lot of us from all over, so it's really cool to see where everyone's joining us from. So if you see there's that chat window right there, this is what it's going to look like on your end. You'll be able to see the comments. You can request to speak if you want to, okay? So that is what it's going to look like on that end right here. But without further ado, I'm going to give everyone a second to go ahead and log in and troubleshoot that, and we will go ahead and get started. All right, so thank you so much for joining us, you guys. If you got your cup of coffee, I've got my Starbucks one. This is like the peppermint mocha Via packet. So that is what I'm using today. And y'all can hear me okay? Awesome. So we're going to give it just another minute to give everyone time to sign in here. And then we'll also go ahead and get started. All right, wonderful. So I'm based right here in Seattle, Washington. Yes, so it is currently 11 a.m. our time, but wherever you're doing this from, or if you're catching the replay, we are so glad to have you guys here. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with our Passion to Profit presentation right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start the presentation. Yes. So hi, if you are watching this, welcome to Passion to Profit, or how to turn your niche into a profitable revenue stream. So over the next hour, this is what we are going to be covering. I'm just going to do some basic introductions. If you don't know who I am, I'll be going over kind of a free 5-day challenge that I do. That's 5-day content creation challenge. We'll be talking about the 3 different stages of conversion when it comes to your digital audience, going through a 6-step process called a funnel. And I'll be demonstrating what that looks like and what a practical application might look like depending on what your niche or your business or industry is. We will open it up for some question and answer time, and then I will be introducing my 6-week course, So You Want to Be a Content Creator. So very quickly, we're going to start off with an introduction. So my name is Chelsea Sarton, and I am the creator and founder of It's Chelseattle. So within my business, we are focused on digital content creation, social media strategy, as well as provide assistance, so virtual assistant services. So anything that you need help with when it comes to the virtual world, or if that's creating content, coming up with a strategy for your social media platform, that is what we are here for. So that is a little bit about who I am and what it is I do. And starting on Monday, we will be doing a free 5-day content creation challenge. So you can go ahead and do that. I have the link in my Instagram bio at @itchelseattle, so you can go ahead and check that out. In fact, I will go ahead and type it into the comments real quick. So if you want to go ahead and register for that, the link right here is itchelseattle.clickfunnels.com/5-day challenge. And you can go ahead and go to that link, and that will take you right there to go ahead and register for the challenge right there. So within the 5-day challenge, there are different things that we cover each day. So we'll go ahead and go over that. So day 1 is all about your kind of who you are in what you do. And we go through these 5 different steps for defining what your niche is. If you have, whether it's a little passion you do, it's your business, maybe it's a side hustle, going through how do you make your niche specific enough and make sure that it is profitable. And then each day I go live inside our closed Facebook group. And so the day 1 live is all about your why and finding your X factor. What is that thing that sets you apart from your competitors? So once you have that in mind, day 2 is all about where do you post your content. And so we go through the 6 different types of online platforms, and depending on what your niche or what your industry is, helping you determine which of those, 5 or essentially 6 types of platforms would be the best for your market and for your audience. Day 3 is all about making a plan. I show you how to create your own digital content strategy using a tool that I like called the Content Planner. And so then in the live, we walk you through how to do that step by step. Day 4 is all about the how of content creation and decided to hit post and where you actually publish it. And then in that live, I go ahead and take you through your analytics so you understand how your posts are performing. And then day 5, which is what you are watching right now, I call it the making money moves. It's a reference to Cardi B. And so you rediscover how you can monetize your digital content and how to take it online and kind of turn your online business into a revenue stream so you can keep making money doing what you love to do. So in order to do that, there are kind of 3 steps that we have to take our audiences through, which are the 3 different stages of conversion. So you have your seekers, your joiners, and your amplifiers. And we're going to go through each of those step by step right here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. So the first one, seekers. These are consumers in pursuit of hot information via the internet. These are people that are just checking you out and just discovering what it is you are all about. So when it comes to seekers, there are 3 key attributes to keep in mind. So the first one, they are looking for something of personal interest. They want to see what it is that you offer and how does it apply to me? How does it benefit me? They're looking for what is it about you that could help me? Personal interest. So for a seeker, as a digital marketer, as someone with a business online, your job is to gain and retain their attention by providing relevant content that serves their interest. So you have to keep them in mind. What is it that you can do to attract those seekers? And here's the thing with seekers is if they're discovering you and they like what it is that you have to offer, they are the ones that will initiate contact with you. You're not yet able to initiate contact, and I'll tell you why. That gets us into our next stage of conversion, which is called a joiner. And these are the people who either they buy with your product, they want to work with your company, and these are the people that put up their hand and say, I want to hear from you. So what makes these people a little bit different from a seeker is, first off, they grant you permission to send direct messages to them. Whether that is saying, yes, I want to learn more, they're taking a poll on your stories, or they opt in to your freebie. Whatever it is, they are giving you express permission to contact them. So they will provide you with an individually addressable means of contact. Whether that is, go ahead and send me a direct message. They give you the email, and sometimes even if they're purchasing your product, the interactions with your brand provide you with that personal data because you have now established your know, your like, and your trust factor. They trust you enough that they are willing to give you your personal information, sometimes even the card information, their address. They trust you and they want to buy from you. They want to hear from you. So what happens after a seeker becomes a joiner and they purchase your product? Well, then they become what we call an amplifier. These are the people that are looking for that nice, warm, and fuzzy feeling, as well as the social recognition that comes from sharing your brand. So with amplifiers, these are your audiences that have their own audiences, and they want their voices to be heard. So usually these could be your influencers, or maybe this is just a really loyal fan or devoted customer that they cannot sing your praises loudly enough. They are shouting you from the rooftops. They are writing your testimonials. They are shouting you out to all their friends and family because they love what it is you do and what you have to offer, and they want the world to know about it too. So those are your amplifiers. So when we talk about how to get people in those 3 stages, from a seeker to a joiner to an amplifier, right, so here's the key attribute. They share content or experiences that interest them personally or professionally, and they can either share this through public channels or private channels. So public would be like the social media platforms. If it's private, that's usually something that they own themselves, such as their blog or their website. And they do this as a service to inform or entertain their own proprietary audiences. Maybe it's just a video and they thought it was funny and they're sharing that. Or they want to inform people of, hey, I purchased this product, I got great results from it, and I want you to have those same results. So those are your amplifiers. So when we talk about how to take your audience through those 3 steps of a seeker, a joiner, and an amplifier, I'm getting ahead of myself there, we have what we call a funnel. Now, it's not the same kind of funnel where you drain liquid through. It's not that kind of funnel. When we talk about a funnel, they are models that help your organization or your business identify who your audience is, and you visualize the customer journey going from point A, when they are first introduced to you as a seeker, all the way to point B, when they are an amplifier, when they are officially converted into a customer. So this funnel shape that we have is kind of like an inverted triangle that is designed to help us remember that there's a lot of opportunity to reach your audiences here online. But there's very few people that are aware of your brand who will ever actually become a customer, and very few that will even become loyal ones. They could start all the way at the top, but your goal is to try to get them all the way to the bottom, to funnel them through these 6 steps so that they can not only become a customer, but a loyal one that continues to, subscribe to you or subscribe to your newsletter or purchase your products or share your products too. And so to create a funnel, we need to think about all the stuff it takes for people that have never heard of you or your organization, and how do you take them to becoming loyal customers? So having a set funnel in place, it helps you to encourage customers at every single stage of that funnel to take the next step in building that client relationship with you. By categorizing them at a particular point in the funnel, it helps you to kind of identify and figure out what each of your different customers needs right now. And so when we talk about, and here's the thing you have to remember with a funnel, not every person on earth is part of your funnel, because, not everyone had a place in your funnel, and not everyone is your target audience. So you really have to keep that in mind. So, let's say that a weird example is like you sell dog leashes, right? Even really cool dog leashes. But here's the thing. If you're selling dog leashes, it wouldn't make sense to try and sell that to someone that doesn't own a dog, right? Because they don't need your product. The people that need your product would be someone that owns a dog, right? Or they're the ones that want to buy your product, not someone that doesn't own a dog, right? So that's just a really silly example, but that is an example. So that's the same idea with your market. You really have to think, who are the people that are most likely to purchase from me, and how can I best serve them depending on where they are at in your funnel? So we are going to go ahead and look at what that funnel is here. So we've got 6 different stages in the funnel. We have awareness and interest and consideration. So these 2 top tiers would be your seekers. These are the people that are just finding out about your brand, and if they're interested, they will reach out to you. And then the next three, this is where your joiners would be. You have your evaluation and intent. And then if they've evaluated it and they're interested in what you have to do, they might become a conversion. They might purchase from you. So these are where your joiners. These are the ones that give you their personal information when they either purchase from you or they opt into whatever your product or your service is. And then the final two stages, these are where your amplifiers are. These are the people that have opted into your product or your service. Maybe they are a repeat customer, so they express loyalty and advocacy. They are shouting you from the rooftop. They are advocating for you. These are the people you want in your corner. These are your cheerleaders. So how do you take people all the way from that beginning stage of awareness down to the loyalty and advocacy stages? So we are going to go ahead and walk through those 6 funnel stages. So the first one being awareness. So this is when users have actually been made aware of your organization or your brand. They've found you, they know what it is you do and what you have to offer, and they want to learn more about you. And so there'll be many, many people who are aware of your existence, but they'll never take your relationship further. This is just the beginning stage where they're finding out about you. So this is a little screenshot that I have of my Instagram profile at ItChelSeattle. And so it looks different now because I just updated it, but this was when I was marketing my online course. I said I'm a content creator and my course is not open for registration. If you want to go ahead and register, you can go ahead and do that at that link. So after they're doing that, we move them to that next stage, maybe interest and consideration. So these are users who are interested enough in your organization or your brand to either interact with it, or they've thought about your company and product and how it might be of value for them. They are interested in it. They are considering it there. And so here is an example of one of my posts that performed really well on Instagram. It had a total of 60 different engagements. These are people that interacted with it. There were 53 people that liked it. There were 15 comments on it, and even 2 people that ended up saving it so that they could share it later, perhaps. There were no shares yet, but the fact that 2 people saved it means that there's a very good chance they might share it later. So once you get them to this step, if you successfully lured users past this interest and consideration phase, then they'll usually end up in the next stage, which is the evaluation and intent stage. And here, these users are actively considering making a transaction with you. They're not ready to press the button yet, but you've definitely convinced them to maybe consider. They're browsing your products and such. And so this is an example of my sales page for my course. I say, hey, in this course, I'm going to show you, how to find your niche. I'm going to show you the best platform for sharing your content, how to create, edit, upload, and promote your content, and how to even monetize it. So now they're starting to think about it. They found you and they're interested in what you have to offer. And they're starting to think about it, like, do I want to purchase this product? If you do a good job pulling those people through the first and the biggest part of the funnel, then you're going to get them to that next stage, which we call conversion. And conversion is the point at which a user takes action that moves them from a potential customer to an actual customer. So this is, again, a screenshot of the sales page where, hey, if you're interested and you want to learn more, you're like, yes, show me the training. I want to learn more. I want to go ahead and purchase what it is that you have to offer, right? So the key word here when we talk about conversion is action, because in order to complete a conversion and for them to become a customer, or to opt into your freebie, whatever it is that you are offering, they have to take some form of action. And that action that defines a conversion could be anything. It really depends on what your product or what your service is. So, it could be like completing a sale transaction and they've gone ahead and they've given you the card information. Maybe if you have a physical product that you sell, they've even put in like the shipping information and the billing information and they've submitted it. It could be, if you're a nonprofit, maybe they've made a donation. Or if you have an email subscription list, maybe they have signed up for your email. It really depends what it is. So it could, depending on what it is you are offering, whether that's a product or a service, the conversion is when they go ahead and opt into that. So you have to think of the physical action that your users are taking that represents a commitment to your company or your organization. And so that is your conversion point here. So then once we get to the bottom stages of the funnel, if you've kept their attention for this long, you'll notice it started from just, seeing your brand, just finding out who you are, to maybe opting in to what your product or your service is. After thinking about it, they've converted, and now you're getting to the skinniest part of the funnel. They've gotten to the bottom here. And so you're obviously going to have a lot fewer people than you started with, but think about it. This is the audience that you have fought so hard for to try and retain them and to convert them. This is the audience who would buy into your product. These are the people that have not only reached that conversion stage now, they've liked what they've got, and they're such fans that they start to become what we call loyal. And at the loyalty stage, these are audiences that continue to engage digitally and with their brand and may even become repeat customers. And a few of these loyal folks will make it, and then they'll go ahead and shout your praises. So this is an example of someone that's been following me for several years. She has done my free Friday challenge. She even attended when I hosted this webinar before and said, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Chelsea. Your webinar pushed me to finally get a logo made and social media for my business." She is in the business of selling custom-made hair bows. And it wasn't until she did this challenge and she attended this webinar, this was a big aha moment for her. Oh my gosh, I need to get something up ASAP, because before I've just been doing everything word of mouth, but now with, the current pandemic going on and stuff, I need to learn how to take my business online. I need to have a logo. I need to have an Etsy shop set up so that people can go and buy from me. So if it weren't for my webinar and my free 5-day challenge, she wouldn't have come to that realization. And so now she is talking about the challenge, telling people to sign up for it, telling people about this webinar, oh my gosh, you have to attend. This is the loyalty stage. And if they are loyal, they might even make it to that final stage of the funnel, which we call advocacy. And it's at this point that audiences will be so loyal, they'll actually talk about your organization or their brand in their own digital communities. And when they talk about your brand on social media and such, they're still joiners, they're still purchasing from you, or they're still opting into whatever it is, but they're also your amplifiers, right? And they are now doing the hard work. They're helping get people into your funnel, right? So how wonderful is that someone that you've taken from that beginning stage all the way down, they are now, they're the amplifiers, they are your advocates, and they are advertising your brand, and they're helping other people get into that stage of the funnel so they can go ahead and become a conversion and start talking about you. And so this is a little screenshot that I took of a post I saw. These are how to support your friends' small businesses without spending any money. And in the marketing world, we call this organic. These are just natural, free-flowing ways that you can promote your friend's business or their industry or their side hustle without spending a single dollar. How amazing is that? So different ways you can do that. You can share their post. You can like their post. You can go ahead and tag a friend. You can comment something nice for them. You can comment an emoji. You can post a picture of you, with their product or their service. You can go ahead and give them a shout out, or you can leave them a review or a testimonial. All of those are different examples of advocacy for your brand. And wouldn't you love that for your own brand there? So if you are wondering how to do this, how can I start taking my business online? How can I start making digital content that attracts these audiences and converts them into loyal customers? Then you are going to love what I have to offer. I have a new 6-week online course called So You Want to Be a Content Creator. And so this is the course where I will show you how to find your niche, the best platform for sharing your content, how to create, edit, upload, and promote your content, and how to start monetizing your content. And so this guy isn't working right now. So what I'm going to have to do is quickly do a screen share so I can go ahead and show you the video for my next slide. So just bear with me here. We're going to go ahead and turn the screen share on right here. There we go. Here we go. Oh, it's not working, but we've got this guy right here. And I'm going to go ahead and present it. Can you guys see that okay? And we're going to go start. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen now so we can exit out of that. Okay, so hopefully you liked that little presentation that we had here. I'm going to go ahead and get back to the next slide. So you're probably wondering what all is included in the course here. So I'm going to go ahead and go through that real quick here. So we've got it broken down into 6 different modules in this course. So module 1, I call this Nailing Your Niche. And so I use an article from Entrepreneur, and it walks you through 5 different steps for nailing your niche. And so those steps are, you want to identify your interest and your passions. You might be good at a lot of things. You might be passionate about a lot of different things, but it's a matter of finding which one you're going to turn into your business or your side hustle, right? And so then in step 2 is identifying problems that you can solve within each of those different niches. Step number 3 is we are going to go ahead and research your competition. There is a website where you can do that. And then step 4, determining the profitability of your niche. Step 5, testing out your idea. And so we're going to walk you through each of those 5 different steps to help you have a little more clarity on what your brand is. And if you participate in my free 5-day challenge, this will also be a little bit of day 1. So if you have done the challenge and you're purchasing the course, this might be a little bit of a review for you. But I still think that this is a very important step if you want to be successful in your business, is having that brand clarity of who you are and what it is you do. Because when you are trying to get people in that top stage of your funnel, you want it to be crystal clear about what it is you're doing and why it is that they should purchase from you or opt into your freebie, right? You want them to have that brand clarity there. So then module 2, we're going to go ahead and get into what platform should you use, right? Because depending on what your industry or what your niche or your business is, different platforms might work better than other ones. You know, for instance, if you are, say, a writer, it would obviously be very good to have a blog or such. You know, you could maybe do photos and such. You could do videos of you behind the scenes. It's really a matter of thinking of who is your audience and what they want to see from you, right? And so that's what we're going to get into, is going through. There's 6 different types of platforms, one of them being community platforms that we'll get into a little bit. But essentially, we're going to get through the main ones like social networking, such as Facebook and LinkedIn, Photo sharing, that would be such as Instagram, Pinterest, or Flickr. Video sharing, such as YouTube or Vimeo. A little bit of microblogging, such as Twitter, Tumblr, or if you have your own personal blog. And then community platforms like Reddit and Quora are some examples that we have there. So that is week 2 on what platforms should you use. We also go over this a little bit in the Free Friday challenge. So this might be a little bit of a refresher, but I still think it is really good review to help you have some more clarity on, because once you know where you're approaching, you know what type of content you should be creating, right? So then module 3 is what tools should I use? This goes a little more in depth where we are not able to get into this in the Free 5-day challenge. But if you are very serious and intent about creating content, I'm going to walk you through every single tool that I use or that I've seen friends use to create their own content. You know, if you are doing videos or photos, what are the best type of cameras to use? What are the best microphones to use to record your audio? I mean, right now I'm just using my Beats headphones, but you can definitely use much more higher quality microphones to record your sound. What is the lighting setup? If you see from here, I'm being lit from the side using a ring light. It makes a big difference in your video quality and your production. So we'll be going over different lighting setup. If you want to have umbrella lights, depend on how fancy you want to get with it. If you want, you can even add in a backdrop. Sometimes people will use green screen. They'll have these custom backdrops just so that when people see the videos, it's immediately recognizable that this is this person's video, this is their backdrop. It looks nice and professional. We'll be getting into your copywriting software. So here's the difference to know with copywriting. There is, we're not getting into any of the legal stuff. That is copy, RIGHT, that's dealing with all the legal stuff and protecting your intellectual property. When we talk about copywriting, WRITE, so I'll go ahead and copy that. So, if you write versus write. When we talk about the W version of copywriting, we are talking about writing your captioning, writing or your blog post, writing, a script for a video, that kind of copywriting. And so the different software you can do to write all of that out and flesh it out so that when you go to publish it. And then the different editing software, whether that is photos or videos primarily, what are the best software? What is the best software to use so that you have high quality content that you can go ahead and share with your audiences so that they can see that they are interested in it, and how do we convert them into loyal customers, right? So then module 4 is where it's kind of like the lights, camera, action of it. This is when we are actually getting ready to create your content. So whether that is planning your shoot and pre-scheduling it, scheduling what days you are going to go ahead and kind of like write all the copy, what days you're going to shoot everything, what days you're going to edit it, and then which days you're going to post it. It's very, when you think about it, there's a lot of steps to content creation, and you really want to have a nice strategy. You want to have a nice plan, so everything is laid out there. So I'll walk you through how you do that. Having time to write all of your copy and your scripts, and helping you really find I call this your brand voice. And how do you find your voice and kind of like the tone and the overall image that you want to project just through what people are reading now? Do you ever, scroll through Instagram or Facebook or such, and you are immediately drawn to someone's post because they have such a catchy, like, tagline or a heading in the caption, right? So this is talking about how we can do that for your own brand or for your own industry in writing your copy. So then the 4th lesson in that module is setting the stage, getting you ready to hit record or to press the button and take their pictures. And then lights, camera, action. This is, what do you do when it's go time? How do we get over that camera shyness? How do we get over your stage fright? How do we settle your nerves? How do we get you prepared for all of that so that you can be on the camera and you can present your best version of yourself to your target audience and your target clients, right? And then the last step that's really important is knowing how to save your content, right? And still preserve the quality for that, because wouldn't you hate it if you put all this work and all this time into planning your content and shooting it, and then when you go to save it, nothing works, right? And you have to reshoot again. Oh my gosh, I do not like that word, reshooting. So the best way to save your content so that everything is in one place and you are ready to go and upload it, which is Module 5. We're going to get into the photo and video editing, depending on what type of content you're creating. There's even an extra module that I've included that we don't have time to do in the 5-day challenge, how to add closed captioning to your videos. This is a really great step to making your content more accessible, right? And then uploading and posting your content. And then there will even be a whole lesson in how you understand your analytics. We go into this a little bit in the free 5-day challenge, but this is going to go much more in depth because we're also going to be looking at your website traffic and such. Or if you're doing an email campaign, how your posts perform on all of those different platforms there. So that is Module 5. And then the final module that we have here is monetizing your content. This is a little bit of what you are watching right now, but we will also be going into, how to set up affiliate links and, brand deals and partnerships, how to run different campaigns and promotions. We'll be getting a little bit into, the Facebook and Instagram ads, how you can set those up for your business. If you're doing collaboration with influencers or other people in your industry, or maybe now you are in the industry and you have a product or service that you want to sell, how can you go ahead and sell your content? How can you attract people and convince them to purchase your product? So if you are interested in that, I am going to go ahead and put the offer up now. All right. So this is so you want to be a content creator. And in addition to these 6 modules here, there are a few bonuses that I've included. Within each module, you have customizable PDF templates. So you can go ahead and download them, save them. You can either type into them. If you like to use Adobe Acrobat Reader, you can go ahead and type them and save them. If you are more of a hands-on person and you like actually writing stuff, you can also go ahead and print off the PDFs and write in them. In addition, I will also be including my free customizable sales funnel template that I use to sell my own digital product. You will get access to that for free so that you can create your own sales funnels like the one we talked about today. And you will be able to create your own links and everything. I've already built it for you. All you have to do is design it how you want it so you can sell your product or your service or your challenge, whatever it is. I have built it for you. All you have to do is go in and customize it. So I will be showing you how to do that. In addition, I will have links to all the equipment and software I use to create my own content. So if, with my camera, with my lighting, with my backdrops, my microphones, everything I use, there are links included in there. So all you have to do is click it and go ahead and purchase it so you can start doing it yourself, right? Additionally, there will be live Q&A bonus calls each week. So you will get live access to me. If there are any questions that come up as you are working through each of the modules, you can go ahead and save them. And then you are able to hop on a live call with me to get all the questions answered. I can walk through the module or the lessons with you. We can troubleshoot them together. If you are stuck in a step or a different lesson, this is your chance to get those questions answered, and I can look into that and help you. It's a lot because, sometimes you can email someone and you're just waiting to hear back from them. But to be able to sit down, it's kind of like having a virtual classroom. This is your chance to interact with me personally and get all of your questions answered. And you will always have ongoing community support and mentorship as you complete the course. And then here's the best part, and probably my favorite part, is that even after you complete the course, you get lifetime access. Lifetime access, guys, so that you can go ahead and review the course materials at any time. All right. So when you think about this and you think about the investment, you think, wow, Chelsea, this sounds amazing. So what is the value? What is it worth? So here is what it was originally. Full price for this course would have been $597 or 3 monthly payments of $199. But you're not going to pay that today. Nope. In fact, I was thinking there is the pre-sale price, which you would have gotten it for half off, $297 or 3 monthly payments of $99. You're not even going to pay that today, okay? So all you are going to pay today is $99. That's all you're going to pay today, right? I know that right now with the pandemic, and I want to be mindful and respectful of your financial situation, which is why I have decided to offer this discounted price right now, but all you pay are those 3 payments of $99. So you put down essentially a down payment of $99 today, and then you can, and then those other 2 payments of $99. So then you'll be charged next month $99, and then that third month $99. But all you pay today is that initial $99. And here's the thing too, I've also included a kind of a 30-day trial. So you can go ahead and do that deposit of $99 today, give it a try for 30 days and see if it's a good fit for you. And if it's not, or if something comes up where you need that money back, you have no obligation to continue with the other 2 payments. Just go ahead and let me know, and I will immediately refund that initial $99 back to you. But all you pay today is that initial $99, and then those 2 subsequent payments will be charged in the following 2 months. So that is the commitment that we have right there. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that is included in the offer. So we are going to go ahead and you're going to get all 6 of these modules, right? You are going to learn how to nail your niche. Okay, so I'm trying to go back here. You're going to learn how to nail your niche. You will have some clarity on what different platforms you should use. You will learn the different tools you should use. You'll have those links to the tools so you can go ahead and purchase them. You will learn how to create your content, how to edit and upload it, and then how to monetize your content. And in addition to that, you get all of these bonuses included. You get those PDF templates. You get access to my personalized sales funnel templates in ClickFunnels, where all you have to do is customize it. You get links to all of the equipment and the software that I use to create my own content. You get to hop on live weekly Q&A bonus calls with me to get your questions answered. And there's even a support tab where you get ongoing community support and mentorship, and you get lifetime access so that you can review the course materials at any time. Once again, you're not going to pay $597. You're not going to do payments of $99. You're not even going to pay all $297 upfront today. All of this is available for just 3 easy payments of $99. All you have to pay is $99 today. You even get to try it out for 30 days. See if it's a good fit for you. And if it is not, just go ahead and you can contact me, and I will go ahead and refund it to you so long as you do it within those 30 days. So you literally have nothing to lose. I really want to provide value for you guys. I want the best for you, and that is what I am offering here. So there are about 8 minutes left to purchase this offer. I can go ahead and take questions at any time if you do. Yes, so we can go ahead and do that. Tell you what, I'll even go ahead and take you guys inside what the course will look like right now. So this course is hosted in a private site in WordPress. I use something called LearnDash, and what I can do is I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. Are you guys ready to see it? Yeah, I'm so excited too. So this is going to look a little bit different because I'm on the instructor side. All right, so the application window. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what this looks like on my end. So here is your online course portal. So this is what it's going to look like when you log in. This is your home page right here. So it says, hello, welcome to your course portal. And then I will have kind of like a little video right here that shows you kind of the virtual tour of where you can navigate everything. But I'm also showing that to you right now, okay? So then you have over here is the Meet Your Instructor tab. Okay, so you go right here, there's a picture of me. You can learn a little bit more about myself. I've also included a link to my Facebook and Instagram profiles where you can find me. And then right here, this is where we get into the actual course, the actual module. So you'll see there's actually a course that I'm working on right now called Get Social. Just a little sneak peek for you guys. But this course right here is so you want to be a content creator. This is what it's going to look like when you go ahead and log in. You'll see this is the course right here. It'll tell you your levels of completion. And then each one has a different module. So there's like the introductory one. There's a course tour. You can also have a course schedule. That's a PDF. So if you are a person that likes to see everything at a glance and know where you're working, you can definitely print that off. And then here are each of those 6 modules that I showed you right here. You can go through each of those, see your different lessons right here. And then the course wrap up is course 7. Congratulations, you are officially a content creator. We also have frequently asked questions right here. So this is all the questions that I have thought that might come up. So yes, the investment, it really depends on the course that you purchase. This one today, it's just the one payment of $99. You get to try it for 30 days. If you decide that you like it, then you will be charged those 2 subsequent payments of $99, or you can go ahead and cancel it. Yes, so you'll have lifetime access. The time commitment, this is a 6-week course, so we are expecting about 6 weeks of commitment. There is technical support, and then refunds. Yes, within 30 days of purchasing it, you can just go ahead and email me. Actually, I need to change that. But here is that support tab right here. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead, go on and fill out this form and your email and your comment. This goes directly to my inbox, and when I see it, I can go ahead and answer that. And then these are also the questions that I go ahead and compile right here. So this is what it's going to look like inside your portal. You're going to get access to the homepage, the instructor, the learning, FAQ, and support. So that is everything that you have right here within the portal. Okay. So we've got just a few short minutes left before the offer expires. So you got 5 minutes left to go ahead and purchase the course if you would like to. You can go ahead and ask your questions there. So that link should be right there. You can go ahead and purchase it. So the only commitment you have today is the $99. You get to try it out for 30 days, okay? If within those 30 days, you decide that, hey, this isn't a good fit for me, or maybe I don't have time to invest it and such, it really depends on the situation that you are in. Of course, I do want proof that you've at least given it a try there. But if there's extenuating circumstances and stuff, I want to be understanding of that. So if you contact me before those 30 days are up and you decide, hey, I would like that initial $99 deposit refunded, I am more than happy to do that for you. But if you get to those 30 days, you give it a try, and you want to continue to have that access, then your account will be charged the $99 next month, and then the final $99 that following month. So essentially you'll be paying $297 in total if you decide to go ahead and invest in the course beyond that beyond that initial 30-day trial period there. But I wanted to make this available to you guys because I know right now $597 just might be a little too big of an investment for you guys. So that's what I want to do. Again, it is a 6-week course. I've designed it in kind of a linear sequence so that before you can get to the next module, before that unlock, you have to complete the one module at a time. I designed it that way because I believe that it's really important that you follow these steps in a very sequential order. It's kind of like making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? You don't want to, add the peanut butter to jelly without first laying off the bread, right? Same thing with content creation. It wouldn't make sense to just, post something blindly without having a clear strategy, right? If you want to be intentional about attracting your target audience, and working them through that funnel and taking them from seekers to becoming joiners, you don't want to just blindly post something. You want to have a clear strategy. You want to have a campaign, right? You want to warm them up to who you are, what it is you offer, right? So that is kind of the idea with this course, is it's really helping you to create content, to take them through those different stages of the funnel, if that makes any sense. So do we have any questions about, okay, so you'd like me to go ahead and recap the funnel again? No problem. Let me go ahead and we will go ahead and go through that one more time. Let me go ahead and find my different slides here. Okay, that presentation. So let me go ahead and find the slides for that. If you give me just a second. Yes, so the funnel, these are kind of 6 different stages. And your funnel might look a little bit different depending on what your industry is. This is just kind of a general template that I found tends to work best as far as digital audiences go. So I'm going to go ahead, give me a second to go all the way back to it and find the slide that I'm looking for. 1 second, guys. So if you, yes, we can definitely go through that again. Just give me a second as I find these different stages here. Here we go. Alrighty, so we've got the 6 different stages again. So you're starting, and I broke it down into the 3 categories, right? Depending on your seekers, your joiners, and your amplifiers. Remember, the seekers are the people that are just discovering who you are and what it is you are about. And you can't contact them yet because they haven't yet volunteered the information. But if they want to find out more about you or what it is you have to offer, they will reach out to you, right? These are people that are in the 2 stages of awareness. So it's really important that you are crystal clear on who you are and what it is you do and why people should follow you, right? If they know the why they should follow you, what makes you different from your competitors, they'll start to consider, or they'll take interest in you, they'll start to consider that, right? And then if they like what it is you offer, they'll start thinking about it. They will have you'll start evaluating it, and they might even have an intent to purchase it, at which point they become a conversion, right? They are your joiners. They've joined in on what it is you have to offer, whether that's, an email subscription, it could be a free 5-day challenge. Yeah. It could be an online course. Maybe it could be a webinar, whatever it is you're offering. These are the people that are now like, yes, tell me more. I want to find out, here's my email. If you have an actual service that you are selling, like, here's my credit card, here's my information, like, I want to buy from you, right? They become a conversion. And then, once they've purchased something, and if you have multiple offers, we'll definitely talk about this more, is making sure you have your value, we call it your value ladder. You don't just want to have a big ticket item, that's definitely at the top, but then maybe it's like a webinar, and then it's like your 5-day challenge, and it's your email subscription. You want to have different tiers so people can opt in at different levels depending on what their needs are, right? And then once they have gone through that, they can become a loyal customer. They can continue to purchase from you, and they become your amplifiers. They are advocating for you. They are helping drive other people into your funnel, right? So what could this look like for you? So if you have awareness, you want to, and we definitely get into this more in depth, both in the 5-day challenge as well as in module 2, right? So just to let you guys know, this offer is about to end in a second, so you've got about 1 more minute there. So yes, so you've got your different platforms there, your interest and consideration. You definitely want to have some sort of link, some sort of opt-in, whether that's a freebie, maybe it's a PDF template, like if for me, social media marketing. What are 10 social media sins that I see online? How can you avoid them, right? If you want to learn more about this, okay, you want to have something that, what can you offer them in exchange for their information, right? So that is how you take them all the way from this awareness stage down to that evaluation and intent and that conversion. Maybe, you're offering a 5-day challenge, like, hey guys, I'm offering this 5-day challenge. If you want to register, here's the link. And maybe in exchange, they give you their email address so they can get the daily challenge emails. But guess what? Not only have they opted into your challenge, but you now have an email so that if they complete the challenge and they want to continue to hear from you, they can go ahead and they are now part of your newsletter, right? And all you did was you gave them something in exchange for their information, right? That's how you get them into a conversion. And then you continue to provide value. You continue to show up. You continue to have content for them so that they keep coming back to you. They continue to be loyal. And if they love who it is you are and what it is you do and what you have to offer, then they will continue to advocate for you, right? I think, given this current time, it's very easy to retreat and to want to hide. But think about it. Whether you believe it or not, people need whatever it is now more than ever, right? For me, I'm just really lucky, now more than ever, people need to learn how to market themselves online. And that's definitely something that I can help with, as a digital content creator and a social media strategist, as well as a virtual assistant. Is I can continue to show up, continue to offer value and stuff. And here's the thing, you have to remember too, you might think that you know what it is your clients want, but the only way to really know that for sure is to simply ask them, right? What would that look like? Maybe that is, actually, if you have an email subscription list, maybe emailing them and asking them like, hey, how can I best serve you during this time? How can I continue to offer value to you? What is it that you need help with? What is it that you want to see, right? You always want to keep your audience in mind, right? Because, sometimes what you think is best for your business might not be what is best for your clients right now. Maybe that's not what they need. And so you want to continue to show up and you want to continue to provide value for them. You want to keep them in mind, right? Because the only way that you are going to get them through, yes, you do want to work them through that funnel, but more than anything, you want to kind of think about the value that you are offering to them. No matter what that is, whether that's a free offer, it's a free challenge, maybe it's your product or your service, what can you do to best serve your client dependent on, and you want to keep in mind those different stages of the funnel, keeping in mind that different people might be at different stages in your funnel. And so with your content, you want to go ahead and target to all those stages of the funnel there. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit there. All right, are there any more questions that we have before we move on there? All right, well, thank you guys so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. And if you have any additional questions, you can always reach out to me. In fact, I will go ahead and drop my email right here. You can reach me contact@itschelseattle.com. And I am more than happy to do that. So thank you so much, whether you caught this live or you are watching the replay. The replay link will be available right as this thing ends, and I'll make sure to get that out and sent to you. So you should be receiving that as well. But without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.